Hi guys, I'm Sophie from the Aspire group and welcome to your eFit 30 workout. Today we're going to be doing a full body Pilates workout. You will need a TheraBand if you can grab one from your local physio or any sports store. And we'll start on our feet. So just bring your feet together and we're just going to warm up the spine by going through a couple of roll downs. So inhale. And feel your belly draw in towards your spine, and as you exhale, roll one vertebrae at a time down your spine. Keeping the belly in nice and tight, feeling one vertebrae stack on top of the other. When you reach the bottom, inhale. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone under and become really heavy in the head and shoulders. Inhale. And exhale, rolling back and down again. Feeling the belly button scoop towards your lower back. If you need, when you come down towards the floor, bend your knees if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale. And exhale. And one last time, inhale at the top. And exhale, tuck the chin and roll one vertebrae. Squeezing the glutes, tuck the tailbone under, become very heavy in the head and shoulders. Inhale at the bottom. And last time, exhale, roll up the spine. Allow one vertebrae to stack one on top of the other. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then take your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart and the toes are turned out. You're going to sink your way down into a little Hindi squat, so not strictly a Pilates move. Elbows on the inside of your thighs and use the elbows or the triceps to push your knees a little bit wider. Start to scoop the belly in and lift your chin and chest and come nice and tall, through the front of the chest. And then start to breathe here, long deep breath in through the nose, long deep breath out through the mouth. And then we're going to move into a couple of frogs. So working into your thighs, your inner thighs and hamstrings. Lift your hips a little bit higher, keep the elbows on the inside, and then drop the hips down nice and low. Lift the hips a little bit higher up, and then drop them down nice and low. And then once we get used to the movement, keeping the knees turned out, and make sure that they're tracking over your middle toes, then we can work a little bit harder and faster. So we start to go for 20 pulses. So lift and press. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should start to feel your thighs warming. Keep drawing your belly in to protect your lower back. Go for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On your last one, stay down nice and low, reach your arms out in front and use the strength of your legs to push yourself up into a little squat. Draw your belly in, squeeze your glutes and come down a little bit lower. Hold for 10 more seconds. You'll feel the nice warmth in your thighs. Keep drawing and scooping the belly in. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sink down into the legs. Hold here and come back to your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So now we go for 15 lifts. So lifting a couple of centimetres up and down, making sure that if it's too much for you, you just come a little way, so you don't have to come all the way up. 5, we've got 10 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down low, reach your arms out in front and come up to a nice squat. Draw your belly in, come a little bit lower, hold for 10 seconds. Shoulders away from your ears, scoop your belly in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release back down, last round. Come into your breath again. Inhale, exhale. Allow that warmth in the thighs to release as you open up through the hips. Inhale, exhale. And this round we've only got 10 lifts. So one more big breath. And then lock the elbows on the inside of the knees and little lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We should definitely be feeling the burn by now. 3, 2, 1, hold your arms out in front. Use your core, use your quads to lift yourself up and hold for 10 seconds. Scoop the belly in, sink a little bit lower, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release the legs, release your hands, and give your little legs a little bit of a shake out. Good, draw yourself to the side of your mat, and we'll just come back to the breath and releasing the spines with our roll down. So inhale. And as you exhale, roll 1 vertebrae at a time down your mat. Inhale as your hands reach the floor. And exhale if you need to, bend your knees, tuck the tail, draw your belly in and roll back up. Inhale at the top. And exhale 1 last time, roll down your spine. Inhale here, and exhale, walk your hands out into a high plank position. So bring your legs about hip width apart, shoulders are right on top of your wrists, and scoop your belly in nice and tight. Now you have an option here if you feel like your core strength isn't strong enough just at the moment. You can drop your knees down to the floor, draw the weight forward so that the shoulders have the weight of the body, and you continue to scoop your lower belly in. Take a nice deep breath in and feel the belly draw in towards the spine, and as you exhale, draw your ribs down towards your hips. Option, tuck your toes and lift up to high plank. Squeeze the glutes and scoop the lower belly in. Inhale. Exhale, feel your ribs draw down towards your hips. Inhale through the nose. Belly button draws up towards the spine. Exhale, feel your ribs draw down towards your hips. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, press out, back through your heels. Make sure your shoulders are right on top of the wrists. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now keep the weight in the arms and walk yourself back. Hands walk back towards your feet. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, roll the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head are the last things to lift. Inhale. And then exhale, roll back down again. Tuck your chin, roll your shoulders forward, scoop your belly in. Remember, there's the option to bend the knees at the bottom if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale here, and exhale, release your hands forward. So remember that option if you want to, drop down to your knees. Hold your plank from here, scoop the belly in. Otherwise, we work into controls, so you tuck your toes under, push back to your high plank, scoop your belly in, and you lift 1 leg off the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. Keep the hips nice and still, draw your belly in, lift the other leg up off the floor. 3, 2, 1, and release. Lifting 1 leg, scoop the lower belly, tuck the tailbone under. 3, 2, 1, and release. 1 last time. Lifting the leg, belly in. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, draw your weight back over your heels. Walk your hands back behind. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, roll up the spine. Inhale at the top. And exhale, roll back down. Tuck your chin, roll your shoulders. 1 vertebrae stacking at a time, 1 on top of the other. Inhale. And exhale, walk your hands out in front. Option here, if you feel like it's too much for you right now, drop down to both knees and make sure that they're right underneath the hips. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Draw your belly in and lift 1 leg. So this is option 1, level 1. Option 2 is we stay with our toes tucked under. We're still in that high plank. 1 foot is grounded. We also lift 1 leg. But here we got up into our high plank position rather than down on 1 knee. And then we're going to work 10 little pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that foot down. Tuck the tailbone under, draw the belly in. Find your center again and then lift your back foot. Point the toe, squeeze the belly in and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release your foot. Inhale. Exhale, draw back. One last time, take a breath here. Inhale, exhale, relax the back of the head. Inhale to prepare. And exhale, roll up your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the top. And exhale, roll down, scooping the belly in, shoulders come down first, crown of the head leads. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale, walk yourself out. This time, if you want, drop down to your knees. But make sure there's an angle from the knees to the hips to the shoulders so your butt isn't sticking up high but dropping down nice and low. Take your arms wider than your mat and take a nice breath in here. Breath out, scoop the belly. This time, Pilates push up. So you inhale for 1, inhale for 2, inhale for 3, and then on your exhale, press away. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale, press away. Inhale, 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 exhale, press. Option last 10 on your toes. Big breath in, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale. Keep scooping your lower belly in towards your spine and squeeze your glutes together, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, exhale. 5 more to go, pressing out through the heels and lengthening through the crown of your head. 4, 3, 2 more, almost there. Last one, big push. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, push up. Drop down to your knees if you're not already there, and then push on back to child's pose. Arms reaching out in front. Forehead to floor, 3 deep breaths here. And then draw yourself up to all fours, just cross your ankles over and transition onto your back. So we're going to start to work into our core. So lay yourselves down, get yourself comfortable and bring your hands by your side. Then your knees come in towards your chest and we need to work on our imprinted spine. So that's scooping the belly in, grounding the lower back and drawing the muscles between your hips in towards your spine. So we move from a normal tabletop position, which we're quite used to our heels coming together, our toes coming wide like a frog and the knees coming wide and your hands are by your sides. We're going to work our lower abdominals and our inner thighs. So inhale here, and as you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. So inner thighs inside of the knees and your calf squeezing. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, press away. Inhale, draw in. Watch your lower back as your legs press away on the 45. Lower back is grounded to the mat. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lower belly is switched on, exhale, press away. So we're working inner thighs, lower belly to hold there in that 45 degrees. Inhale, exhale, then a little bit faster, go for 5, 4, 3, make sure your toes are flexing out wide and the heels are together, 2, and last one, hold up and squeeze. Hold the legs there, keep the belly switched in nice and tight, and then draw the legs out and relax. Hands come behind your head, elbows really wide, and we start to incorporate our upper abdominals. So ribs draw down towards the hips. Inhale to prepare. This time, as you exhale, stretch the legs out long and draw your ribs down towards your hips. Scoop your belly in. Inhale, release. Exhale, press away and lift the upper body. Inhale, release, head to floor, knees bend. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's go for 5 more, bit faster. 5, 4, Inhale, exhale for 3. Inhale, 2. And last one, inhale, exhale, big squeeze. Hold your inner thighs, squeeze them together, knees are touching, calves are touching. Scoop your belly in, keep exhaling. And inhale, release. And rock yourselves over onto your side. Take advantage of this nice warmth through the inner thigh and lay yourselves down with your top leg grounded to the floor, the knee is high. Rest your head, flex your bottom foot. Let's keep working our inner thighs as we lift one leg and squeeze. And inhale, slowly lower. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, lift the leg. Feel the inner thighs connecting. Inhale, lower. A little bit faster for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep scooping the belly, hip to hip connection. 4, 3, 2, and on your last one, leave the leg up and point your toe. And then little circles around here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there and change direction. So keep that warmth in the inner thighs. Keep lifting your leg a little bit higher so you get that inner thigh connection with your top thigh. 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more round. 10 circles, other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the leg there, flex your foot, inhale. And as you exhale, lift your leg up a little bit higher, flex the foot and squeeze and lift for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Roll onto your backs, hug your knees into your chest, and take a quick breath just to relax here and massage into your lower back. And then coming back to round 2. So knees come wide, heels come together, toes facing out. Your lower belly should be warmed up, definitely inner thighs warmed up, especially after those frogs at the beginning, hands down next to your mat. Or if you're ready straight away to work into the core, then hands behind your head and we can start lifting the upper body as well. Inhale here to prepare, and exhale, press the legs away, and maybe you want to lift your upper body as well, curling your ribs down towards your hips. Inhale and release. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl up. Feel that inner thigh connection, and maybe the leg that you just worked, maybe that one's burning a little bit more than the other, but keep the leg squeezing as much as you can. A bit faster. 5, 4, keep scooping the belly in as you curl up. 3, lower back here is grounded as the legs are long. 2, exhale, last one. Glue the inner thighs, glue the calves, keep holding the legs. Maybe this time you lower them a little bit lower to the floor. Draw your belly in. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Knees in, and then rolling up and over to the other side to work inner thigh leg lift on the other leg. So place this one in front now. Lay yourselves down nice and long. Flex your bottom foot, and as you exhale, lift the leg. As you inhale, slowly lower, but don't let it touch the floor, just leave it hovering. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Good, a little bit faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and this time hold it up there, point the toe, lift the thigh a little bit higher, and then tiny little circles on the spot. So right from your hip joint, nothing else is moving, not the knee or the ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change directions. Make sure that your inner thighs are connecting so you feel the warmth of the inner thigh. Keep drawing your belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round, 10 circles in the opposite direction. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up there. Flex the foot. Inhale. As you exhale, squeeze a little bit higher. Everything you've got, lift a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Roll yourselves back up and over onto your backs. Knees into your chest just to have a little relax. Little rock up and back of the lower back. And then you've got one last round of frogs. So give yourself a little bit of time to readjust. Take a couple of deep breaths, and the inner thighs should be ready. So heels together, toes wide, knees wide, hands behind your head if you want to lift the upper body and work the very top of your abdominals. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, legs out long. Inhale, have a look down at your belly. When you curl up, you want your belly to sink in towards your spine. Back ribs lift up off the mat more. Lower back is grounded. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. And then a little bit faster, last 5. So we've got a little challenge at the end. 3, 2, on your last one, can you leave your legs out long? Can you bring your hands by your side? Inhale, and then exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. Keep scooping your lower belly in. Keep pressing really strongly with the palm of your hands down towards the mat. Feel your back ribs lift up away from the mat a little bit more. Press your heels away. Draw your ribs down towards your hips. 3 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Last round, inhale. And relax. Draw your knees in towards your chest, a little rock up and back to massage through your lower back. And then release your feet down towards the floor and allow yourself to take a nice full body stretch. So arms reach up overhead, legs reach out nice and low. Allow your lower back to arch away from the mat, your ribs to flare. Everything that you're not allowed to do in Pilates, you can do now. Big breath in. Big breath out. And now just gluing your legs together as much as you can so inner thighs are together. You want to make a little bind with your hands. So your palms are together and your arms come back behind your head. So you should be able to poke your head through so that it's resting on your biceps. And then start to draw your belly in so the lower belly is drawing in as much as you can and you're gluing your biceps together. Inhale here and exhale, lifting the upper body. Inhale, slowly release. Exhale, curling the upper body up, ribs down to hips, scoop the belly in. Inhale and exhale. A little bit faster. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Inhale, release, belly in. Exhale, curl up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Last one, inhale. Exhale, curl up, hold here. Inhale, lift one leg 2 or 3 centimeters up off the floor and release. Reach the other leg, keep drawing the belly in and release. Inhale, exhale, lower. One more try. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, lift one leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale, release. Good. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Relax the lower back. Little rocks up and back to massage through your lower spine. And then I feel core is almost finished. We need to work a little bit into our obliques. So just giving them a little bit of a relax. As you draw your knees to tabletop position, your arms come wide and you let the knees rock all the way to one side. Release here. As you exhale, bring one hand stacked on top of the other. And as you inhale, open up. As you exhale, place one hand on top of the other. Inhale and open up and feel both shoulders grounding down towards the mat. Exhale up and over. And inhale, open up, and then just holding here, allowing the twist through the spine. Draw both knees stacked one on top of the other and allow both shoulders to ground down. Just one more deep breath. And then draw your knees back to tabletop position, one knee at a time. Give your core a little bit of a break and then allow the knees to rock to the other side. Arms are wide. Try and ground your shoulder, especially this front shoulder, down towards the mat. And as you exhale, bring your arms up and over. And inhale, you peel the arm back and ground the shoulder down towards the mat. Exhale, closing off. And inhale, like a book, opening up the pages wide and grounding down the shoulder. Exhale, close off. And inhale, open wide and ground the shoulder down towards the floor. And take 2 more breaths here. And then allow your knees to rock back to tabletop position. And make sure that your knees are right on top of your hips. Your lower belly is scooping in tight. And the lower back is grounded down towards the mat. So imprinted spine. Bring your hands behind your head just to prepare. And we start to prepare for crisscross. So starting with our legs cycling. So one leg is straight, one leg is bent. See how low you can take that leg without your lower back lifting up off the floor. Inhale, draw it back to tabletop. Exhale, release your other leg. Inhale, draw back to tabletop. Around this time in the class, if I only take my leg to 45 degrees, I still feel really fatigued in the core. So maybe your leg may be up here or down here. Doesn't matter, as long as you feel the lower belly switched on, you might not be able to take it all the way down. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, come out long. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Start to speed it up and make sure that your lower back is completely grounded to the floor. And take a look at your knees and see how they're not drawing in towards your chest, but they stay stacked on top of your hips, and that's going to allow all this work through the lower belly. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, hold the legs there. Now curl the upper body up, reach your ribs down towards your hips, opposite rib across the body to opposite hip. Inhale through center, exhale, work the other way. Inhale through center, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale. Keep your elbows back behind you so that they're in your peripheral vision. And it's like we're working our shoulder down towards our hip rather than our elbow. Let's go 5 more at this pace. Inhale through center, 4. Inhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Last one here. Now we pick up the pace a little bit faster to finish off. 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we do 10 more a little bit faster? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Little rock up and back to massage through the spine. And if you want to stretch out those top abdominals, nice full body stretch, reaching your arms and legs in opposite directions. 3 deep breaths here. And then hug your knees in towards your chest and roll yourselves up and over, cross your legs and draw yourself up to all fours. We work a little bit into our upper body and then we're going to work into our glutes. So make sure that your knees are right underneath your hips and your hands are right underneath the shoulders. Draw and scoop the belly in so that the lower belly is tight and the lower back is nice and straight. And then drawing the eye of the elbow forward so that the knobbly part of your elbow has nowhere to go but back to your thighs. And then break at the elbow so that the forearms lower down towards the floor. Then draw forward with the crown of your head so you hold the weight in the tops of the shoulders and the triceps are in nice and tight. Press up on the exhale and inhale, draw back and down. Draw forward. Exhale, press up and rock back. Inhale, forearms down towards the floor, elbows are locked in. Draw forward so the weight comes forward over the fingertips. Press up and rock back. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, press up and back. Inhale, come down and forward, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, press up and back. 5 more. 4, inhale. Exhale. 3. 2, inhale, draw forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, press up and back. Scoop the belly in, down and forward. Exhale, press up and back, and then keep coming back and rest your forehead to the floor. Take 3 deep breaths here, little break. And then draw yourself up to seated. And this is when you want to grab your elastic. So we're going to move into our glutes. If you need to take a quick drink, then have a quick 5-minute break now, and then we'll meet you back laying on the mat for our glute series. Otherwise, grab your elastic and tie it around the tops of your thighs so that you've got a lot of tension to work into the glutes. And lay yourself down on your sides, lining yourself up with the back of the mat. So your ankles in line with the mat, same with your glutes. And then your upper body laying out nice and long. And you can lay yourself down here with your head on your shoulder, or you can bend your elbow and lift yourself up a little bit higher. Make sure you're drawing your belly in really tight, and your side waist should be drawing away from the floor. So this T-zone, hip to hip, is scooping in all the way through. Squeeze your ankles together, keep the ankles locked, and then you're working right around this top section, right on top of the hip bone. As you exhale, you're lifting your top knee, and as you inhale, releasing it back down. Exhale, lift, inhale and release. Exhale, lift and squeeze, inhale and release, and you keep the belly in tight the entire time. 10, 9, 8, 7, make sure that this top hip is always facing forward towards the front. So you don't lift the knees so much so that your hips are going to rock all over the place. The hips stay stacked, one on top of the other. 3, 2, and then last one, leave your knee up. We move into clam kick out, so the knee is lifted. As you exhale, you extend your legs straight, but you want it in line with your spine. So you need to draw it back behind you and draw the belly in. Drop the ankles back together and lift the knee, and then slowly lower the knee. So inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So the hard work comes as you press this long leg back, and you use your hamstring to press against the back of the elastic, back of the thigh against your TheraBand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, a little bit faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. 4 more. 3. Keep squeezing your glutes and scooping your belly in really tight. 2. And last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. This time straight away, lift your knee and straighten your leg. Scoop your belly in, one leg in line with your spine. Take some little circles on the spot. Make sure that the circles stay small enough that the rest of your pelvis and hips don't wriggle or move from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change directions. 10 circles. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep lifting and pressing back against the elastic. 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. So work the first direction. 10 little circles. Keep pointing the toe and keep working your hamstring back against the elastic. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 10 circles. I know it hurts. I can feel it too. Keep squeezing your glutes. Draw your belly in. Go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax down. Give your bum a little tap if it needs a little release. And then draw yourself up to seated and work the other way. So down on the other side, other butt cheek on the floor, and lay yourself down so you're nice and long. Heels in line with the mat, glutes in line with the mat, and then your arm out really long. The other hand can come in front for support, and keep drawing and scooping your belly in, top hip rolling forward. Squeeze your ankles together and exhale, lift your top leg. Inhale and slowly lower. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, lift and inhale, lower. And drawing the belly in, so hip to hip connection, T-zone is tight, and this top hip keeps facing forward towards the front of you. And don't be tempted to lift the knee so high that your hip is going to roll up towards the ceiling. A little bit faster, 5 more. 3, 2, and last one, lift your knee. Extend your leg, point your toe, and kick the leg out so it's in line with your spine. Draw your belly in. Lifted knee, heels together, and slowly lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Keep scooping the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure that you don't push your legs so far back that you get this arch in your lower back. So that's where you need to draw your belly in and squeeze your glutes as much as you can. 4 more. Use the back of your leg, your hamstring, to press back against your elastic. Squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. This time lift your knee and extend your leg. Hold it there, draw the belly in. Little circles on the spot, so 10 circles in one direction. 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep drawing back against the elastic. Use your hamstring. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change directions. 10 circles. Scooping the belly in. The movement in the hips needs to stay really still. So the size of your circle or how fast you're going, change directions, is dependent on how still you can keep your pelvis and hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last one, last 10 circles. Keep squeezing the glutes, drawing the belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax your leg down. Good, give your bum a little tap. Roll yourselves onto your knees. Can keep the elastic around and just pull back into child's pose for a couple of deep breaths just to release the spine and release your forehead. And then draw yourselves up to standing, and you're going to keep that elastic around your legs, but this time you're going to work it around the ankles, so draw it down a little bit lower. Take your feet about hip width apart, and you need to make sure the elastic is tight enough that you've got a lot of tension between the legs, so you don't want it to go loose. You're going to bend your knees, and we're working into both glutes here. So let's say we start on our right leg. Draw your left leg in and bend the right knee so there's lots of stability through this leg, and this is what's going to keep you balanced. So this right glute is going to be switched on really tight. Scoop your belly in and allow your left leg to come up off the floor. As you exhale, press the left leg away. Inhale, draw it back. Exhale, press away. Inhale, draw it back. So it's a little balancing game on this right leg. 10 pulses. 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press that foot down and then just rotate around to the right hand side. Keep bending your right leg. This time your left leg is going to straighten out the back. You press your heel away, so we work our hamstrings, and press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate back to the front. Bend your knees again. Make sure you got that movement of them drawing away with the elastics. Bring the weight into the right leg, and then last little count of 10. 10, 9, 8. This right butt cheek should be on fire. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it down and squat nice and low into your legs. Draw your belly in, and then we go for little crab walks. So you step away and then a little bit narrow. Away and a little bit narrow. You're just going to come just to the end of your mat. Make sure you keep the elastic nice and tight, so don't let it loosen. Good. Once you get to the end, we're going all the way back just to the center of your mat. So say 5 more steps. 5, 4, Stay low like you're squatting down on a chair. Draw your belly in. Last one, squat down nice and low and release the legs. Give them a little shake out. And then we just got one more butt cheek to work. So a little shake of the legs, make sure that your hips are really released. And then draw yourself back and down. So this time left butt cheek. The one that you're balancing on is the one you're going to feel most of the work from. So bend your left knee, try and keep your body tall. Draw and scoop your belly in. And then balancing here, pressing your right leg away and draw it in. Exhale, press away and draw it in. 10 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, just a little movement, just so you feel the glutes switched on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes to the floor, rotate around. Left leg is bent, your right leg presses away, pressing out through the heel, and we work our hamstring. Exhale and press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, left knee is still bent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, rotate around to the front, bend your left leg, release your right leg, last 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, see this leg should be shaking. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, drop it down, calm low in the legs. Draw your belly in, arms out in front, last little crawl all the way to the side of your mat. Little crab walks. Make sure that your elastic does not come loose and stay low in your legs. Last little challenge. Inhale, draw the belly in. Exhale, draw your ribs down towards your hips. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, stay low. Draw your belly in, squeeze a little bit lower, and then release. Release your legs out of the elastic. Bring your feet together. Inhale, and as we exhale, one last little roll down. Inhale at the bottom. And exhale, roll up your spine. And we'll give ourselves one more of those. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Tuck your chin, scoop the belly in. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll up. And then rolling your shoulders back and down. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much for joining in. My name's Sophie from the Aspire group, and thank you for joining in with your eFit 30 workout. Thanks, guys.